On November 22nd, a whale began to short curve. A large amount of curve was borrowed from Avi and sold off. The price of curve fell rapidly.
But soon came the white knight. Michael Egorov, the founder of Curve, added $20 million worth of curve to prevent the price from falling. His actions ended the battle, which resulted in liquidation of the debt of the shorter Avi, who borrowed more than 92 million curve in Avi.
And here are the lending profiles of Avi and Curve founder. We can see Avi debt dropped significantly after the liquidations.
To make the whole story clear, the following is the actions and timeline of both sides of the battle. From 17th to 23rd of November, Avi borrowed more than $37 million worth of curve, possibly with multiple leverages involved, trying to lower the price of curve, but they underestimated the curve token held by Michael.
In response, Michael deposited over $40 million worth of curve, reducing the possibility of curve's illiquidity.
The story has been talked about on social media for a while. We feel it is valuable to add an account of liquidation transactions after this battle, which we found interesting. The curve battle seems to have come to an end on 24th November. The event brought a surge in liquidation transactions. In the 24 hours from 22nd to 23rd of November, the majority of liquidation transactions were curve liquidation transactions. But during the process, there were about 3 hours of silence. In these 3 hours, no curve liquidation transaction occurred. We don't know what happened yet, but we will follow up on this. If any of you have leads on this, please feel free to leave a comment. So we spotted 21 liquidators and over 300 transactions included in curve liquidation. The top liquidator obtained over $23 million worth of USDC, covering the debt of $22 million worth of curve and making over $700K net revenue. The profit of the 19 transactions the liquidator made was between 1K and 10K. And you can also check out the gas prices paid for these profitable liquidations here. However, liquidations with huge amounts may not come with huge profits. Sometimes there are even painful losses. The address ranked 6th in liquidation amounts, losing $5,000. And don't forget that it is still possible to be sandwiched during the liquidation. We found some sandwich attacks that occurred when the liquidators were busy digging for treasure, like in this transaction, though not much, the attacker got around $30. Then we were curious about where did the curve come from? Where did it go? How did these liquidation transactions work? After scanning these over 300 curve liquidation transactions, we found that these transactions mainly involved the following pools, and about 12% of these transactions used flash loans from DYDX. These transactions powered by flash loans seem larger in amount and follow a similar pattern. Let's take one of these transactions as an example, and let me break it down for you. Initially, the liquidator borrowed 140K rapidly by flash loan from DYDX and swapped it for curve from curve pool, and next made the liquidation on Avi for USDC, and then swapped USDC for 141K rapidly from Uniswap V3 pool. Finally, paid the miner and repaid the flash loan. While we also found 6 other patterns in these liquidation transactions. Some are simple but clever, and some are not so worthwhile. Pattern 1, the liquidator had all the curve needed, and he could just finish the liquidation directly. Pattern 2, swap USDC for wrapped ETH in Uniswap V3 pool and then swap for curve in curve pool. and make the liquidation in Aave get the profits in USDC. Pattern 3. Only Uniswap V3 pools were involved. The liquidator used USDC to swap for the wrapped ETH and curve in different Uniswap V3 pools to make the liquidation. Pattern 4. Uniswap V3 and V2 pools are involved. The liquidator used USDC to swap for the wrapped ETH in V2 and curve in V3. And in pattern 5, curve was swapped in the SushiSwap pool. Pattern 6 is somewhat similar to pattern 5, but in pattern 6, wrapped ETH was swapped in SushiSwap pool. Basically, these are the patterns of all these transactions. Next, we want to talk about two interesting facts. The first is Michael's wallet. After the battle, he had over $28 million worth of curve in his wallet. For the moment, he is the 6th biggest owner of curve.
And for Aave, bad things come in succession. We found Aave had been sandwiched before he got liquidated and lost around $200. And in the end, during the battle, Curve released a white paper for its new stablecoin. What kind of risk did this battle reflect? Has it also affected its new stablecoin? How should organizations like Curve do a good job in risk management? And what changes and opportunities will Curve bring to the DeFi world? EigenTx is working on it and will soon publish an in-depth report on Curve.